In this example, we're going to multiply a composite fraction and a whole number. So remember, a composite fraction is a fraction where the numerator is not 1. So unit fractions, unit means 1, and a unit fraction is referring to a fraction with a numerator of 1. Now we have fractions that don't have numerators of 1. So these problems are going to be almost identical to the last one. We're just going to have composite fractions instead of the unit fractions. But we're going to see that it's an easy extension from the last types of problems to these ones. Okay, so here we have Ebony ate 2/3 of a pizza. The pizza had 12 slices, and we want to know how many slices did she eat. Okay, so here's the idea. Okay, so again, here the unit is pizza. We want the answer in slices, where there's 12 slices. Well, we know we want 2/3 of a copy of 12, or 2/3 of 12. Okay, now remember, 2/3 of a copy of 12, okay, it's going to get a little funky, is 2 copies of 1/3 of 12. Okay, so we already learned how to find 1/3 of 12. So remember, finding 1/3 of 12 was equivalent to dividing the 12 by 3 and getting 4. So let's just draw our picture. So we said we could break just to find 1/3. We divide 12 by 3, we get 4. We see that each third is 4 slices. Okay, so 1/3 of 12 is 4 slices. But if we have 2/3 of 12, that's 2 copies of 1/3. So instead of just 1 copy, she had 2 copies. Let's highlight that in yellow. So she had all of these pieces. Well, notice that's just 2 times 1/3, or 2 times 4 slices. So 2 times 4 slices, which is 8 slices. Okay. So when we have the composite fraction, remember, the denominator is breaking it into groups, cutting it into pieces, which seems a little funny since it's already cut into pieces. We're breaking it into groups of 3. The numerator is taking copies of it. We took 2 copies, so it's a multiplier. So we have the 2 is a multiplier, and we had the 3 is a divisor, a number we're dividing by. So to find 2/3 of 12, we have 2/3 times 12. Okay, just like before, we multiply the 2 and the 12. And here we multiply the 3 and the 1. Okay, now looking at it before we multiply, this is what's happening. Okay, we multiply straight across. Remember, we took the 12, we divided it into 3 equal groups and got 4. So 12 over 3 is 4. Then we multiply by 2 because we have 2/3 of a copy. So this is 24 over 3, which is 8. Okay. So if you want to think about this without fractions in these steps, we took 12, we divide by 3 and get 4. Then we take 4 and multiply by 2 to get 2 copies, which is 8. Okay, so that's what multiplying by the fraction 2/3 is doing. The 2 takes that many copies, the 3 makes that many groups. Let's look at the next one. Okay, now here's the Kimber problem. She was 20 miles from home. She traveled 3/5 of the distance while listening to her favorite song. So I guess it was a longer song, probably a Grateful Dead song. How many miles did she travel while listening to her favorite song? Okay, now remember what we did before. So 3/5 is 3 copies of 1/5. Okay, when we found 1/5 of this, we said take the 20 and divide it by 5. So 1/5 is 4 miles. Then we cut this from 0 to 20 into 5 equal pieces of 4 miles each. 2, 3, 4, 5. But now we want 3/5 of this distance, or 3 copies. So let's use the highlighter. So not just 1, 2, 3. So this would be a total of 12 miles. So we'll put 12 miles. Okay. Now how does this correspond to the algorithm? We're finding 3/5 of a copy of 20 miles. So we have 3/5 times 20. Okay. I'm going to stop writing it over 1. You can still do that if you want. So it's 3 times 20 over 5. Okay. Again, looking at this expression, we take the 20, we divide it by 5 to get 4 miles, we multiply by 3 to get 12 miles. Okay. So we have 60 over 5, which is 12 miles. If you want, you can simplify here and cancel the common factor of 5 to 1 and 4, and you'll get the same result. Okay. Let's look at the next one. Okay. So now Logan has his 5-gallon bucket, but it's 3/4 of the way to the top filled. How much water is in the bucket? Okay. So 3/4 is 3 copies of 1/4. Okay. So we're going to divide the 5 into groups of 4, and we said that that was 1 1/4. Now, let's draw this picture again. So we broke up the gallons by 1, and then we took this last one, let me do this in a different color, this last one, and broke it into 4 pieces. Okay, so we're thinking of this gallon with this quarter, that's 1 1/4, this gallon with this 1 1/4, this gallon with this quarter to make 1 1/4, and this gallon with this quarter to make 1 1/4. Okay, so now we have our 4 groups. Okay, 4 copies. We have our 4 groups of size 1 1/4, but now we want 3 copies of these. So let's highlight 3 of these. Here's 1, here's 2, here's 3, and we'll also take 3 of these quarters. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 3/4 would be our result. And again, the water would fall and it would level out, but that's our number. Okay, so now let's write this as the algorithm. Okay, we want to take 3/4 of a copy of 5. We're going to multiply 3/4 times 5. That's 3 times 5 over 4. Okay, again, there's our 5 gallons. Break it into 4 equal groups. Then there are 4 equal groups. Then take 3 copies like we shaded. We get 15/4. And if we rewrite this as a mixed number, 4 goes into 15 3 times with the remainder of 3, and we get 3 3/4 gallons.